Boy, oh boy, talk about the infinite, the infinite joy of learning. Now, I learned quite a few things researching this record, a great dance record, coming in at number 39. It's a debut record at number 39. Big hit, summer of 1984, break dancing. Man, I watched these break dancers. I mean, this was a hip thing back 35 years ago, although it started in the 70s, early 70s. But you had to be talk about some amazing athleticism, agility when you're breakdancing. Well, Ollie and Jerry with a theme song with Breaking. There were quite a few. Well, it's called Breaking. There's no stopping us now. Kind of reminds me a little bit. Well, it does remind me a little bit of McFadden and Whitehead's. What's that song called? There ain't no stopping us now, or something like that, back in 1979. But Ollie and Jerry at number 39. Making its debut on my fancy playlist of June the 6th, 1984. Boy, heating up that summer with that breakdancing. I also got another breakdancing record coming up at the countdown. Irene Cara's Fabulous. God, I love that beat, that thick beat. Breakdancing. Break out. Well, they broke out. Ollie and Jerry did. All right, let's start from the top. Man, All right, Ollie Brown, drummer. And there was Jerry Knight. Jerry Knight, a bass player. They were session musicians on call, and they were called up. But Jerry Knight was one of the founding members of the group Radio. Ray Parker Jr.'s group back in the day before, of course, Ray Parker Jr. went solo later on. Jerry Knight sang lead on Jack and Jill by Radio. Ray Parker, Radio's first big hit back in the spring of '78. And that song was about Jerry Knight and his wife. His wife was named Jill. They had eventually had 2 children together. And Ollie Brown, he was a producer. He worked with Patty Austin, LaToya Jackson, Rolling Stones. Now, in the early '80s, a guy named Russ Regan. Russ Regan, he was the executive of Polydor Records. They were coming out with this movie. There was this movie called Breakin, and they wanted to do a soundtrack to the movie. And Russ Regan asked Ollie Brown, "How would you like to contribute to the soundtrack? Crank up some hot beats. Crank it up, baby. Swarming the dance floors." Yes, indeed. Summer of 1984. Ollie Brown, well, here's the deal. Ollie Brown, he watched the pre-release version of Breakin. They screened it for him. He watched the screening of it. There was one phrase that struck out at him. One of the characters said, "They can't stop us." Ollie Brown was thinking about that. He got together with Jerry Knight, and they started talking about the concept of the song, the movie Breaking, and about the ups and downs of the showbiz, which they were quite familiar with. And they came up with Breaking. There's no stopping us. Number 9 in the States on Billboard's Hot 100. Did even better in England. The British liked it too. Went to number 5 in the UK. Breaking by Ollie and Jerry. Now here's the thing about Jerry Knight. Oh God, I found this out. Remember the song? Well, I'm sure you probably remember the song "Crush on You" by the Jets. It came out in 1986. They had this great dance record before "Crush on You" called "Curiosity." It didn't do that well. Well, the bottom line is this. Jerry Knight, he co-wrote "Curiosity," "Crush on You," and "Private Number," another song that the Jets did back in the late '80s, man. Jets, they came out with some slamming numbers. They sure did, man. And Jerry Knight co-wrote 3 of those records. How about that? But he's passed away. He's gone. Died of cancer in 1996. He was 44 years old. But boy, they left us this slamming number indeed. I remember there was a 12-inch to that record too that was really nifty. Had that nice mixing break. It was just the beats right in the middle of the record. Or maybe close to the middle of the record. Dang, it's been 35 years. But anyway, we got Ollie and Jerry with Breaking, debuting at number 39 on my fancy playlist of June the 4th, 1984.